I get some of this safety herb in my lungs, please? And thank you. Are welcome here. Jake, you can't have any because they drug test. Yeah, if you go to work, man, you're going to get drug tested. Jake, you son of a bitch. You get out here. Hey, Jake! Ain't coming. He ain't coming because he's afraid of me, Brian Quinby, from Street Fight Radio. Brett, would you like a shot at Jake?
Yeah.
Oh, I just fell in a hole. That was Jake. That was all Jake. I think we found the ghost. Jake won't let you see your mentions. He's like, don't look at your phone while you're at work, motherfucker. You know, you probably hear people constantly talking about this horrible thing called capitalism.
I have.
Yeah, you've heard that?
Yes.
You're like, what? How does capitalism affect me? I will tell you, it runs your entire fucking life. You've probably heard of socialism or communism. Communism! And they say they try to control your entire life. Your whole day is taken away from you. What control do you have over your day now?
Most people have to be chained to a desk for 40 hours a week and they're not allowed to leave.
When you wake up in the morning and you feel like shit and you have to wipe the sleep from your eyes and like look around and be like, why does this have to happen this early in the morning? That's a capitalism.
And it controls everything, like your healthcare, your education. It all comes down to making money, but some things just don't make money. Honestly, ask yourself, how afraid are you of getting an injury and how that could possibly fuck up your life?
Yeah. You're being stopped from skateboarding, breakdancing, doing anything fun, because if you get injured, you're fucked forever. You can't go to work.
And so then you have all these people that say, well, we can make a kinder capitalism, a more conscious capitalism. It isn't gonna fucking happen. We need anarchy, we need socialism, we need communism, we need anything but more capitalism.
But wait, Brett. When you go to the grocery store, you have almost unlimited choice. You can buy 100 different types of cereals.
All made from the same stuff with different graphics on the outside.
All corn. It's basically just a bunch of boxes of corn.
That's capitalism.
It actually treats about 1% of the population like humans, and the rest of us like tools for those superhumans. You don't have any money, your bank account's low? I know where the money is. Jeff Bezos has it, the Waltons have it.
And they took it from us, right?
They took it from us.
We're just getting our money back.
Yeah, your work made that money. You deserve that money. That's your money. The 1% has never decided to do the right thing. That's why we have to take power and just spread it out among the 100% of people that exist. Polite about it.
It's just not the polite way to have sex.
That's just really one way to have sex that's polite, and it's to say, ma'am, or sir, or non-binary person, would you like to enjoy some making love with me? And then if they answer yes, then you mount that person and you move back and forth politely, and then you kind of finish it up and you say, that was great, and then you never mention it again. That's the right way to have sex, okay?
And folks, and that's why we don't do any sort of sex advice or sex stuff on this show, because there's none to be given.
I am wise!
I want you to write the polite sex book, like the proper polite method.
I just said it.
I mean, I tell you what, even the jobs that paid me nothing, like when I was first learning them, it was like, all right, I can do this. You just need somebody to get the plates and make them go from here to here. I can be the master of that. I was really into that, and I can do that. But after a while, it's like, you guys treat me like shit, and I get the plates from here to here every fucking time, and you talk down to me and shit. What's going on?
Jesus,
you're counting my lunches. Like, you're looking at what I'm eating. You're like figuring out when I'm going out to smoke. Like, all of a sudden, you're in my shit. But all you said you wanted from me was the plates to go from here to here, and I'm getting the plates from here to here.
Right. No fighting. No fucking fighting. No fighting. No!
Hey everybody, welcome to Street Fight Radio. What's up? It's Wednesday night, time for a street fight. We're glad you're all here. We just got done watching some music videos for the Patreon. It was a lot of fucking fun. But now it's time to do the show. And you can always watch us. We're on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. If you're up, Wednesday nights around 11 p.m. Or Sunday nights, 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern time, we do our call-in show. We've been doing the show for a very long time now. We're trying to convince everybody the government is bullshit and that we need to do something else. And I think it's working. There seems to be a bigger and better response to changing everything and getting rid of the world as we know it and making something better. So let's move forward in that direction. Happy to have everyone that provides all your love and support and kind words, writes into the show and all of that. It really does mean a lot. I don't know if I say it enough, but it's really cool to hear from everybody that listens to the show. If you want to support what we do, patreon.com is the place to do that. It's the way that we get the show done. That's why you don't have ads or any other shit. People give us money, and we do the best that we can with it. So if you want zines, bonus video content, and extra audio like Shocktober 2, Brian's been working very hard. It's happening right now. We've got co-host Chris James, who I love. I met him, as soon as I met him, I loved the guy. He's such a funny, humorous dude that is like real humble and just a good fucking sport. Really glad to know him now. That being said, we don't have much going on besides the show. There's no live shows coming up or anything like that. We are having a writers meeting tomorrow for our new show on Means TV. So that's going to be getting shot in the next month or two, and expect that in early 2021 maybe. Nick's gonna get so mad, but I'm gonna say 2021 sometime in there. But we've been writing all week and it's been great, so I'm
feels
excited.
like it could get done a little quicker, I think.
I don't know, the editing and all that.
Well, yeah, but our part of it'll get done, and once our part's done, whatever happens happens.
Right, I'm talking to the listener. They're gonna want to know when they can see it, and it's not gonna be this year.
I don't care about that.
Right, but we have some great stuff. I care
about me.
So just can I do one house cleaning thing here?
I get paid when it's done, so
right. So you got to get it done.
Sure.
All right. So last week we had someone call in about getting references and stuff, and somebody wrote in with a very smart idea that kind of flew over my head. This comes from rjam at @r_jams on Twitter. They said, "Hey, I was listening to the call-in show while driving last night. I don't know if there's any way to follow up with the letters of recommendation caller, but he should absolutely just contact old professors for at least 2 of the letters. They get solicited all the time and know exactly how to structure them. The caller should email professors whose classes they enjoyed and did decently well in. Write the email with some fluff about why you enjoyed the class and maybe how it motivated you to go for a master's. But just like 3 sentences max, then a bit about what you've been doing since graduation, why you want to get in, and other supplemental info. If you only have one professor, contact your former advisor or just the department or your major. They should have someone aiding in career services stuff. People pay way too much for college and should juice every drop out of these fucking schools.
Hey, yeah.
That is good advice. That is true. The person most prepared to do a letter of recommendation is a teacher.
Yeah, they do them all the time.
Right.
I've had them do them too. You know, I mean, I don't know if I could get with them now, but I did have teachers write me letters of. I had a bunch of
Probably
letters.
could. I bet.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they're good. You know,
They don't
have
remember
to,
me.
They don't have to remember. It's not about whether they remember you, but if you reach out, they might. You know, they would do it. I bet.
Maybe, yeah.
If they
I'm
can
sure.
look you up and see you got decent grades, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So we got that. That's done.
That's it.
What's going
Thanks,
on this
James.
week? What election stuff? The goddamn debate got canceled because Trump had COVID and is running around juiced up on steroids doing wild stuff.
Dancing.
Yeah, Brett sent me a video of him dancing to YMCA, which is a weird song choice for those people. But I guess it's just real Americana shit.
It's kind of theirs. I don't know. They just take those songs and make them theirs, even if it's not. You know, like "Born on the 4th of July" or whatever.
Yeah,
That's their song.
yeah. I wonder if one of the guys is into Trump from the Village People. That could be true. But
I think I said that wrong. I don't know what song I'm talking about.
what? Born in the USA.
Born in the USA. That's what it is.
Yeah, I just thought
Born on the 4th of July.
I just thought "Born on the 4th of July" was the song.
Yeah.
you know.
But yeah, I mean, really, YMCA is just like pop party music from when they were young.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he did make a point to dance during the young man part.
Yeah. Well, he's a
young man.
youngish guy.
That's what he's saying.
He's young at heart,
Sure.
and he can dance. And dancing is important to being young. You know,
True.
to me, you know what? The most important thing about being bad to the bone and living the bad to the bone lifestyle is knowing a little bit of dancing.
True.
Right?
Yep.
Trump is not bad to the bone. He does not live the bad to the bone lifestyle.
I don't think so.
He's not like me and you.
They think he's bad to the bone.
They think he is, but the problem with that is that they aren't bad to the bone.
True.
It's like they can't judge who's bad to the bone,
Right.
because they think he's bad to the bone.
Sure.
And it's like me and you both know. No, he's not. He's not.
Right.
He's bad.
Just regular bad, evil
He's
bad.
the bad kind of bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like maybe I should use a different word now that I'm living the bad to the bone lifestyle. He's terrible. He's
Okay.
terrible. Terrible.
He's a tyrant.
He's a tyrant. Yeah. Because I am bad to the bone. I live that life now. So that's where I'm at. The other news I saw that was just because it's like in my orbit, the ghost pepper donut was an interesting thing to me, where I
What?
was going to bring some over here.
Where's the ghost pepper donut?
Duncan
Has
a
one?
ghost pepper donut. Maybe
Smart.
I'll bring one on Friday or Sunday.
Okay.
And we'll sit down and we'll try this goddamn donut. Because I've never had a savory donut. Never had a spicy donut. I had one time on accident when we were out west on tour. And one of the Minion Death Cult guys got a cayenne donut. And, or somebody did. It might have been Daniel.
Probably me.
Could have been anybody. And I took
If
a
I see
bite
hot-
out of
if
it.
I-
And
any hot sweets, I order them.
I took a bite out of it and went, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I went to bed. It made me mad.
Yeah.
That it was spicy.
What a Time Pod, one of their Patreon goals is they're going to do the Death Nut Challenge, and I just really, really want to see that.
What's the Death Nut Challenge? I don't know that.
So it's an ad that, as soon as we just said it, so your phone probably registered it, you'll start getting ads for it. It's like the spiciest nut. They send you a pack, like $20 for 2 packs of like. Now we're doing an ad for them.
No, I'm looking it up. You don't have to say it. I'll know in just 2 seconds.
But yeah.
Is it like that chip?
Yes, exactly. It's exactly like that chip.
Because there's a chip now. They got it at all the grocery
The
stores.
one chip. You buy one chip.
Yeah, crazy.
And then you go jump on TikTok and blow snot all of your clothes.
Yeah, $18.99
for one chip. That's smart.
I don't know if it's
That's
one
smart.
chip.
One chip. Yes, it is.
Try the world's hottest chip. Why do they do this, Brett? We need to get you a hot chip.
I like this stuff.
I know
mean,
you
I'm
do.
sorry, and I mean it's trendy now. But I did do a Hot Ones birthday party. Earlier this year.
I know.
I've always liked this stuff. And I like the misery of it. I mean, I think it's fun. Like when me and you ate that hot chicken in Asheville.
I love that.
That was one of my. That's honestly
not that hot though. Not hot in a way like this stuff.
No, it didn't have us bending over. It didn't have us like. Yeah, no one was like. But it was still hot enough, and I like that.
Yeah, I should order these Death Nut. I don't want to scoop them. We should get the one chip. I think.
Okay. We'll see.
I'll look it up. I
can't do I'm not going to do a podcast for about 45 minutes after, probably.
No, you need to do that.
Do a podcast
we need to do
after.
it at the beginning of a call-in show. The call-in show is when we do these things, right? 1.2 ounce box pack of one is $11.99. Oh my God! Why didn't I get in the one chip challenge fucking game, dude? This is great.
Did you see the person that tried to eat 100 Reaper peppers?
No.
Yeah,
no.
they lost.
Pretty funny though.
66, they went down. They were on their knees by the end of it. I'm once again doing What a Time pod content.
Okay.
Listen to them.
Let's do
that's
this.
That's my favorite podcast.
Let's do some Street Fight content. I got a couple things that are kind of topical to now. Later on, we're going to talk about. Later on, I think I told you this earlier, and I think this is what we got to do. We need to lay out our presidential platform. A lot of people vote for us.
Okay.
Yeah,
you do get a lot of write-ins.
I get a lot of write-ins. We need to lay out what it is.
Okay.
Okay. And we can maybe even compete with each other if we want to.
For vice president and president?
For president. It's pain versus murder.
I think we should just
pain versus murder.
That's it. Now people understand that.
That's basically what we're doing now.
Right.
That's the 2020 election.
Mask off election.
So we'll figure that out when we get done. But I read this story in Reader's Digest Canada.
Okay. Was it just on the crapper or something?
No, I looked at I don't want to talk about how I get stuff.
You subscribe
for the show. Yeah. I don't subscribe.
You want people to know your address.
I don't subscribe, but I wanted to look for something hysterical. I thought, and this is the top 10 Halloween dangers to watch out for, according to Reader's Digest.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay. I guess. So they're talking about like demon possession, like werewolves.
We're talking about
Draculas.
real dangers. Though. This is the kind of dangers. Yeah.
Okay.
This is what we're supposed to think. You, not me. My daughter's 16. Okay. I don't fucking have to think about this.
This is for
shit.
parents.
This is for you, my man. You got a daughter, and Halloween is not safe. Danger lurks on Halloween. Your kids and you face everything from minor faux pas to serious threats.
Oh my God.
Avoid the worst hazards with these essential safety tips.
Wow. I'm already clutching my breasts.
Candles, number one.
Okay.
Candles.
Oh, I love candles. They light up a dark night. They add a spooky element to my jack-o'-lanterns. They're perfectly safe for me and my family.
I told this story on another podcast, but I'll just tell it real quick. When I was a kid, I always wanted to do a model, right? Like the model cars.
Like nice fucking model?
Yes, like nice. No, like the models I'm doing now, right?
Oh, car models.
Okay. And I would get them for Christmas.
Uh-huh.
I would have a car model in my room, and I'd say, Dad, let's put this model together. And you know what he would always say to me? It takes glue.
Okay.
And then just no, because it takes glue.
Ah.
The whole thing was just no, because it takes glue. Now, candles, I had always heard for Christmas, no candles, right? You don't put candles on a tree.
Yeah,
Burn your whole house down.
Yeah, that is a weird one. When you go to the antique store and you see like little silver trays that you used to put on a fucking dry ass dead tree that you put a candle on, like no. This is we know better than this now.
We had a fake tree growing up, and it's like flame retardant, probably, I would guess. So you could put candles on that.
Yeah, if the government made them do it, it is. So there might have been some years where it went up.
Yeah. So candles. You place a candle inside your jack-o'-lantern and you set it out on an antique wood chair. Your son, in his excitement, rushes out the door, tips over the pumpkin. Suddenly, the candle sets your son's lion costume ablaze, and your antique chair is up in flames.
Oh my gosh. Which one do you save?
Your son. I mean, I hate to be funny. I mean, an antique chair, you got to tell me how much that chair's worth.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
you know?
Some of those things.
Because, I mean, if this thing's a couple $1,000s, maybe I don't save my son.
Well, yeah, just meter the time out. Just
maybe I put the chair out with the hose and I slap the fire out on my son.
Throw your child in a bush and go for the hose.
Yeah, yes. Then you can put both of them. You don't have to pick, you know.
I mean, that's how you learn. Getting set on fire is how you learn.
I've been set on fire. Have you been set on fire?
I have been set on fire.
Yeah, we've all been.
I play with fire too much, and it does burn you.
Yeah, when you're hanging out with your friends, man, sometimes you just light each other on fire. It's goofy. It's silly. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know, I used to...
TJ Borg in the chat said, make the kids sit on the chair and then spray them both.
Yeah. Okay, that saves everything.
Yep.
You know?
That's there we go. That's a win-win-win situation.
And the thing is, like, what they're suggesting here is putting a flashlight in it.
What?
And then also buy a flame retardant costume or make costumes with materials that don't burn quickly and are tighter fitting.
That's not happening. Is this 2020 or is this a vintage one?
People quit buying them fucking... people quit buying those rubber... The flame retardant vinyl costumes. They just quit.
Every Halloween costume when I was a kid would be like you'd want to be Michelangelo, and you would get a plastic suit. It would just be a box with armholes and legs, and it was just vinyl
painted on.
And then on the front, it would have a big picture that said Michelangelo. Like whatever character you were, it would just show it on the front. It would say Mickey Mouse, and it would show him like doodling through the forest.
How mad did that make you, though?
I know.
Because I know you as a person.
Exactly. I'm detail oriented.
Yeah, and
Michelangelo doesn't wear a name tag. People know he leaves a name for himself.
This isn't the Ninja Turtles brand. Okay, the Ninja Turtles look a certain way, and I want to look like the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
you know, how many times did you have to wear one of those costumes?
Oh, I mean, that's all I ever wanted. I mean, all I ever wanted was I don't know. I think actually the Ninja Turtles one was the only experience where we ran all around town to every Toys R Us, and they had one left in Michelangelo, and it was my size. It was too small. It barely fit, and I insisted we get it. And when I wore it for Halloween, it ripped. The crotch ripped out of it. The whole thing broke and fell apart.
Humiliating.
I think that was my own... Besides that, I remember having a weird raccoon costume when I was young, and I don't know what the character was, but once again, it said on the front, I'm Rocky Raccoon, you know, or whoever's name is.
I think I might know who the raccoon is, but I can't remember his name. He was like a little character from a cartoon with raccoons.
But we did a lot. I mean, I did that 2 times, I guess.
Here's the thing. Why wouldn't they just sell actual Michelangelo, too? That was what frustrated me. It was always like, hey, if you want to wear a Ninja Turtles vinyl t-shirt tent, fucking go for it. You know? I, personally, I want the belt, the shell, the whole setup. I feel like they do that more now. Do they do that more now?
Yeah, they got muscles on it, man. You could get a Captain America. They build the muscles in. It's all Lycra, breathable, fucking Adidas Climacool material and shit.
Yeah,
it's way different. And back then, and also those things, those old costumes. When you got like, if you were reaching over a candle, that thing would start to shrink wrap on you. Would just start getting real tight. Like just starts getting like a shrinky dink. Like it would just you're about to be Michelangelo for a long time till the hospital cut you out of it if you got too close to a fire.
That's the cheapest shit in the world too, because the masks were like not cardboard,
plastic.
But like
it was like shaving off the front of someone's face, and then you just had a plastic mask with the elastic band
that broke.
Cut your fucking head.
The reason I know that would make you nuts is because we were basically the same when we were younger, and you would fucking turn on the TV and you would see this thing.
I saw Ernie Reyes in the movies. I saw the turtle costume on the TV in the movies that I wanted.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, my parents, they said, what do you want to be for Halloween? And I said, I want to be a fucking twisted surgeon.
Okay.
I want you to go get me the scrubs and some fake blood, and I'm just going to wipe the fake blood all over me and have handprints and shit.
Okay.
And then like one of those things you wear on your head that has a mirror.
A little mirror
and
on the
a
head?
stethoscope.
Yep.
That's what I asked for.
That's a
They
wonderful
went to the-
costume.
They went to the store. And this is probably why I don't dress up for Halloween anymore. They went to the store. They came home. They had a bandana and an eye patch and a sword and said, "You're a pirate."
What?
Yeah, they picked. They just picked an $8 costume that they found, and it made me so mad. I never forgave them for that because I had to wear the pirate costume to school too. You know,
Yeah, and that was, and you're not going to feel confident in that.
yeah, and I had like my Raiders jacket on while I had a Raiders starter on and my regular ass fucking
So you were
pants.
You were doing the same thing I did. You were wearing the character on the clothes that you were being.
Yeah, basically. And it was just like, but I was like, if I'm a pirate, I'm not a pirate that's a football fan.
Yeah.
You know, that's what pissed me off. It's like the Pirates didn't watch football. I know that.
They weren't football fans, so they got here.
Yeah.
This is a Buccaneer. This is like someone that works on a ship. This is the attire of a ship person, not someone that made it to the land of the free where they can watch football on Sundays.
This was 5th grade too. And the reason I remember it being 5th grade is that's the last year you dress up for school.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I really like to go out with a bang here and be a bloody surgeon.
Yeah.
And my parents just were like, you can't put blood all over you and go to school. It's just not going to happen. And it's just like, that's why I told the story about the models. It has glue. It was always just like some minor inconvenience that it was like, they're like, you're a pirate.
Yeah.
You're a pirate now.
Deal with it.
Candy binge. Number 2. Oh, go ahead.
I do think after the Ninja Turtle one was kindergarten, and my mom cut up a t-shirt and wrapped me like a mummy. And I think from that point it was over. It was like, we got to make what we want. Like, you can't go buy it. There's no buying it because it doesn't exist.
You can't go to Spirit Halloween and get your costume. It just isn't a thing. Because I'm telling Brett earlier, I want to be Jonathan Davis this year. That's like my costume. And Jonathan Davis a little chunky now, like me, right? He has a beard, like me. So I want to get a Utilikilt and a purple Adidas track jacket. And then get the wig and then make the dreads in the wig. Because this is so sloppy dreads. He doesn't really even have dreads. He's just a dirty hair. Yeah. You know? And I want to do the whole full Jonathan Davis. But like, I won't do it if I can't get the Utilikilt. I don't want it. I don't want to fucking half-ass my Jonathan Davis costume.
You have a good plan just to buy and resell. So it's kind of like a rental.
Resell the Utilikilt. Somebody will buy the Utilikilt. Yep. I mean, shit, sell it. I'll sell it for $40 to a listener. But I'm sure our listeners, there's 5 or 6 that wear Utilikilts.
Proudly.
Yeah. I will not.
I like it.
I feel humiliated thinking about putting them on.
I bought those super deep drop crotch shorts for the summer, and I want to just get rid of all the fabric between my legs. I do want to have that free ball experience.
Oh, I don't.
I'm about to be in like caftans and shit next summer.
I went tighter this year. I went tighter pants this year.
I like tight pants too.
I went and I said, give me fucking pants that like look a little bit tighter. Number 2,
Dual Blades in the chat is wearing a Utilikilt right now, so maybe they want to add to their collection.
Yeah, if you need a Utilikilt after Halloween, I'll sell it to you for $40, maybe $50. I don't know yet. I haven't come up with the original price. I haven't bought it yet, and my wife might say no to it because that's a $120 costume.
It's like a deposit, though.
That's true. It's like an $80 costume.
It's like if you rent a costume, they're going to take $200 from you and then give you $80 when you go back.
Right, and I can take pictures and post them online, and then it's like a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, we'll do a skit in it and just make it a write-off.
Yeah. Yeah. So number 2 on here is candy binge, which is that's not a danger. That's not a danger. That is what you do.
Well, we have Kit Kats just now in like a decorative bowl in the house, which has been one of my goals my entire life. My grandma always had bowls of candy sitting out with like spooky dishes and stuff. She would swap out all the bowls and everything with like hands and jack-o'-lanterns and skeletons. But I ate so many Kit Kats last night that I didn't eat until dinner today. I had to take a full 12 hours off of eating.
Yeah,
I went to bed and woke up and lived a whole long day and just ate dinner and was like, too many Kit Kats.
Yeah, I went and got a Blizzard last night, and the motherfuckers put all the Reese's cups on the bottom.
That's not good.
Furious at it. Katie saw me come in. Me and Gwen came in eating our Blizzards, and Katie's like, did you get a fucking vanilla soft serve cup? And I was like, no, who would do that?
Right.
I understand what you think of me as a person and my vanilla
lifestyle, yeah.
But I would never. That is no.
A plain vanilla.
You get a cone.
A cup of plain vanilla?
Yeah. They would probably make you leave.
Yeah, and we can't do that, sir. Like, oh no, I mean everything's blended with just vanilla here. It's like, right, but there's nothing in the register. You have to pick a mix in, or you have to do something else.
Well, that would be if I was complaining and saying I wasn't going to pay for it.
Can I tell you a fucked up complaint about food?
Yeah.
I bought popcorn as a fundraiser for kids with cancer.
Oh.
And I bought this salted caramel popcorn that was supposed to have nuts. It has nuts, it has almonds and cashews in it. And when we got the popcorn, there has only been about 8 individual nuts in the entire giant 36-ounce bag.
Oh, no.
It's caramel corn, and they put 0 nuts. They skimped on the nuts.
They don't care.
I can't do anything. I can't go to customer service on that.
I know. You know what I was listening? I'm listening to Tom Likas for Shocktober this week, doing a little update on Likas and Bubba. And I can announce this before it comes out.
Okay.
For those that listen to Bubba, we're gonna have Manson on the show this week. He was, for those that don't listen to Bubba, Manson was his main co-host. He played the character Ned, and he hates Bubba the Love Sponge quite a bit. And Chris got him to come on the show.
Yeah.
So
Brian was extremely excited. I don't know anything about him, but Brian was stoked. So it seems like a big deal.
I mean, he is just.
The chat's lit up.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Manson coming on tomorrow. We're not going to do a whole episode with him, but we're going to talk to him for a while.
You got an OMFG in here.
Did I really?
Spelled out the
nobody
bad way,
knew
the
because
way.
Nobody knew because Chris was saying he's got him, but he didn't have a time set up yet. Okay. And we hadn't had a time set up. And then yesterday he set up the time, and then I almost didn't even want to announce it because I just wanted to be like,
yeah, we've been Wayne Kramer'd before.
Yeah. But I figure he's coming. He's definitely coming on. And Manson, it's going to be wild. I don't know what he's going to be like or what he's going to talk about, but yeah, we got him. But I was listening to Likas this week, and he was complaining about food deserts.
Okay.
But he's pro food desert.
No, what?
Yeah.
That's shocking.
He's a real shock jock.
He really knows how to grind your gears. Bind you up.
He says he's like, why don't you just have the food delivered?
Oh God!
You're so fucking,
come on.
If you're so far away, have Walmart deliver it.
Right.
And what he was doing, he was reading these things, and he was giving the speech about how Americans like junk food. It's just their shit, right?
Yep.
But he doesn't. He says he doesn't. He's down to eating beans and meats, and that's it.
Okay.
Like he's trimming down, I guess, from what he says, but he's also in quarantine, and you never get to see him, so he could be lying.
Sure.
But he goes, Americans don't want cabbage. They don't want fresh cabbage. They want fiddle faddle. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
I don't know. I'm more of a screaming yellow zonkers guy myself, but I'll take fiddle faddle in a pinch.
Yeah, I couldn't. You're right. The most shock jock thing I've ever heard is a guy being pro food desert.
Yeah, that's just extreme. That's just like biting the head off a bat type shit.
So the tip on the candy binge is to have a delicious dinner before the kids go out.
Okay.
So everyone will be less hungry. When the kids, that doesn't matter. That is a fundamental misunderstanding of what kids believe about food. Kids hate food, okay? No lie. You get a fucking pizza when they're young, like Charlotte's age. You get that kid a fucking pizza, and they will be like, I'm not going to eat it. Yeah. You know what I mean? They just,
one bite.
You could buy their favorite savory food, and yes, they'll one bite the fucking thing, and then walk away and say they're full. Now, if you gave them 17... Reese's cups, they would be able to eat all 17 of them.
Yeah, they would find the strength.
There isn't like a meal you can eat. You can feed a child that would not make them also want to just eat 75 Hershey's bars.
I don't know. My daughter's been doing pretty good. She cuts out halfway through her blizzards. Like when we get ice cream stuff, she's like, I can't finish this.
Well, that's
like,
good, but I
lot.
mean, when it comes to candy, though,
yeah, candy
is a weird thing where it's like if it's individually wrapped, you can just keep eating it forever and ever and ever.
You get in that motion where you just like unwrap, pop, unwrap, pop, unwrap, pop. Like you just keep just loading them into your mouth.
Also, if you keep them in a bowl at your house,
yeah, don't do that.
if there's just a bowl of candy sitting out, I'm gonna fucking walk by it 80 times and eat out of it. You know,
yeah, I do.
I can't. I don't want to see it. I can't even look at it. You know, I got 3 Reese's Outrageouses right out in my car right now, just for later. So they also say put the rest in a difficult to reach location for later, which I firmly disagree with. You do not take a child's candy from them after trick or treat. It's their candy.
You gotta throw it away.
Nope.
It's too much. It's too much, and you got to
know.
just secretly throw it away or take it to the office.
I know it's once a year though, and I just feel like that's their stuff. That you're breaking the nap in that situation.
Yeah, I don't care.
The non-aggression principle by taking somebody's stuff. I just wouldn't do such a thing as an anarcho-capitalist.
They shouldn't eat that much candy.
If you're fucking telling me, my daughter doesn't eat it all right away though. You know what I mean?
No, mine doesn't either.
Like she eats it over several months, even if you just give it to her.
Right.
You know, like she had Halloween candy, which by the way, we were very strongly against her trick-or-treating last year because she was 15. She is not.
I'm not.
She's handing out this year.
Everybody, I think that my rule on trick or treat is anybody that comes to my house and asks for candy, I'll give it to them.
Me too.
I'm doing the Jesus move.
Me too.
There's no reason to question or ask. I bought a whole bunch of candy.
Weird.
I want to fucking share it. You know, there's somebody I know that is an adult that went trick or treating with their kids that also tried to brought a bag for themselves. And
that's embarrassing.
Yeah, that is a real bold maneuver, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. I would never take the candy away and put it in a high place just because I just think it's theirs. It would be like taking half their Christmas presents away.
Yeah, I don't trust their thinking. I don't trust a 7-year-old's decision-making skills. I'm going to have to step in and be in charge.
I trust them. Number 3, cars. Now, this is one you heard about a lot growing up, right?
This is constant, yeah.
Yeah, you're just going to get crushed by a car. And personally, in my utopia, people don't have to work on this day. So we can just say all the roads are closed. Nobody has to work. It's fucking trick or treat, dude.
Eric, my wife wants to, she was like, can we get traffic cones and just shut our street off for the night? And I was like, you might have to ask for permission for that. I mean, like, you know, we can, but I don't know if no one can abide by it legally. But I also appreciate that. Yeah, maybe that you do just like don't drive on the fucking road.
You just don't have to go to work, dude. The problem is that, and I always found this. A lot of these stories I looked at about the dangers, and this is another one, like talks about people might be drunk and stuff like that, right? Okay, I understand that. Trick or treat's usually on a weeknight.
Yes.
Especially in Ohio. In Columbus, they move it to a weeknight.
We're fucked up place.
Yeah, but I'm saying we always move it to a Thursday or something.
We're talking to the rest of the country, though, where they actually celebrate the 31st, where it lands on the calendar, which I believe is the true spirit of the holiday and should happen. We have a very weird council in Columbus that schedules it on the safest night, usually the Thursday before the 31st.
Right, that's not safe to me because everybody's rushing to get home from work.
Right.
You know, because that's the problem.
Someone's got to deliver a pizza.
Yeah. You got to get the food to people and you're rushing to get home from work. Of course it's more dangerous. That's what I think makes it more dangerous. That's why I think either you don't work or you're off at noon that day. And you're just fucking off and you go home. We don't need anything open.
There should be no cars on the road.
Yep. That's how I feel too. No cars.
Why can't we? Yeah, just take it off. Like that's what I liked about quarantine is just turning it off, just turning the valve all the way off, and saying these are 2 sacred hours where we celebrate Satan and give candy to each other. No one's fucking driving.
That's true, and it is good that we celebrate Satan for once. You know,
You got to.
you got to. You give
I made all
everybody. You
the
give
best
God
stuff.
one. You know.
Yes.
You give God a holiday. You gotta give Satan one. Number 4 is pumpkin carving, which
Wow.
now this list has just turned into taking all the good parts of Halloween away.
Maybe this is why maybe Halloween is enjoyable because there's a little bit of danger in it. Like on Easter, I never get out a big knife and slice up fruit.
Let me see if you agree with their tip, because I don't know if you would agree with this tip.
Go.
Let the kids help by cleaning out the pumpkin guts and drawing on its face, but make sure an adult does the carving. When you carve, use a dry knife to help prevent slipping, and always cut away from yourself in short, controlled strokes.
You got to cut away from yourself.
Yeah, always. But do you agree with not letting them cut at all?
No, not at all. No, absolutely not.
You get one of those
You
little
gotta give
boys, one of those little boy knives, you know?
There is an age that they get to when they know the dangers of that stuff. My kid never had safety scissors. Like she knew.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Right, and I think that if you hand a knife to a 7-year-old, they think of those as murder weapons. They think they're just going to slice everybody up if they touch them.
Yeah,
they're way more afraid of them, and it teaches them like how to respect it.
Yeah.
But the little serrated ass blade, especially that plastic ass shit that you're getting from the Target dollar spot, I mean that's junk. How's that gonna cut?
Yeah, that's the thing. Or you could buy. I found these ones. They're $2 a piece.
No, you got to get a full tang with a bamboo handle.
They have a tang. Are you looking at them?
Yeah, I'm looking at them.
Look at them on the screen over there. These are nice.
Full tang?
$2. There is a tang.
Okay, well, yeah, that's what you got to do. This year we invested in the good tools for carving. I bought like a set to like really get in there. I want to do the shaving shit. I want to do like I don't want to cut all the way through. I just want to like I want to do the sculpture shit.
I just found an 11-piece one kit.
That looks jank. Oh no, the wood handles on the bottom for the carving shit.
$20, dude. So there's
I mean, that's close to what I got.
I think I would let the kid cut because the knives are so crummy. It's just like, just be careful.
You get cut with a knife, so what? You just learn to, once again, you learn to respect the blade. You're not taking a finger off with a fucking carving knife from a pumpkin set.
No, absolutely not. You know, and you got to let kids do some dangerous stuff. I know I sound like a boomer here, but I did a lot of dangerous stuff growing up, and I'm glad nobody took that away from me.
Sure.
5, inappropriate costumes.
This is a hazard?
This is probably the biggest hazard.
You're right. It bums you out.
At this point. This is the number one to me.
Okay.
Like, I'd rather cut my finger off than get caught in an inappropriate costume.
If you had to pick between losing a finger to a pumpkin carving tool or seeing an inappropriate costume.
Yeah, like doing an indigenous person costume or something. I would rather just cut a finger off than deal with that. Well,
we were in Dallas one time on Halloween, and I looked over and saw this white guy in a sombrero, and it just like crumpled me. Like I was just like, we're not one of these people, are we? I don't want to do this. Now I hate this holiday. People are so awful about it. I don't know where that came from. I don't know where I guess because it's like a holiday that invites talks and discussions and movies about murder and danger and hazards and all of that shit. People just want to go there, like as far as comedy goes or jokes go too.
Yeah, I think people just think it's funny and they don't realize that time for that stuff. Because back then it was like there were only like 8 characters. There was Michelangelo, there was Superman. There was Batman. You know what I mean? There weren't like a ton of characters. So then people were like, oh, I'm going to be the guy down the street that's Mexican instead. You know?
Yeah, I'm going to be Lorena Bobbitt.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one, though. Is that a bad one? Is that inappropriate?
I guess not.
You just run around with a knife and a dildo in your hand. It's fun. Yeah. It's a good time. Consider the crowd that will be at the party, and then think about whether you really want to see pictures of your barely there costume posted on Facebook the next day.
Why not?
I mean, if
we like that.
If you wear that, then you probably don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
why can't you just be sexy these days?
I agree.
I know. Heat O'Brien is saying this right now. He's taken my place. His spirit flew into my body, and he said, "Let people be sexy."
I agree. But you know, it is like there is a lot of creeps and awful things. But if you're going to a party where you feel comfortable hanging all the way out, like
That's fun. That's like, I go to parties where people just wear their regular clothes and sit on fucking chairs and grunt at each other. You're going to put on your sexiest outfit and I'm going to dress up like a monster and we're going to, you know, celebrate like it's Devil's Night.
Yeah.
Fun. That sounds like fun.
That does sound fun. But just the way you said that made me feel happy.
So what was the hazard? What's the tip for that?
The tip was just to know the party. Just know the fucking party.
Oh, got it.
You know?
Don't come in with your Elvira to the office party.
Elvira's not sexy costume anymore.
Wow. Okay.
It's just that dress there's too much of the dress.
Okay.
I mean, it's sexy, right? It's a sexy costume.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure.
This Heat O'Brien talking.
Sure.
And you wouldn't see somebody wearing that at Hedonism 2.
No.
The popular resort.
I'm guessing Hedonism 2. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no, they do. They paint themselves there. I'm sure. That's what you would do if you were if you were with me and my Hedo buddies.
Yeah.
You would paint yourself. And like, you're nude, but you paint yourself all over. It's hot. It's hot.
Yeah.
Trick not treat. Your child dumps out his trick or treat loot and discovers a needle that has been inserted into one of the unwrapped chocolates.
Oh, I dropped that.
This is not real.
A whole ass needle.
Does this happen?
Sewing needle? What kind of needle?
Well, I'll show you the picture. Look up at the screen.
That's a syringe.
It's just a hypodermic needle.
That's a hypodermic needle.
That's a sick thing to think.
Who would just throw that in with the M&Ms just to think that you wouldn't spot that?
Well, they want you to know it's poison, but they don't want you to know which thing is poison. You know? It's like they throw it in there and it's like something in here is poison. You got to throw the whole thing away.
Also, man, people are like sharing needles, so why would you even get one good clean? Maybe I guess it's your dirty needle. I guess that's why you do it, because you're the.
No, they're talking about a needle full of poison.
Really?
I think that's what the whole thing's always been. Drugs or poison, right?
Okay.
Razor blades and apples, but we don't hand out apples anymore, so you got to inject them with, I guess, like ecstasy.
What kind of a person has the time or wants to bring that kind of smoke to their
Nobody
house?
wants to.
No one wants to do that.
Everybody would know the next day, because people still do check through the candy. You know, people. I think they do. They lay the candy all. I even did it out of habit.
You got to. I dump it just to take a look at it, but I guess it is also a good way to make sure that no one slipped a hypodermic needle in there too.
That's true. You don't want that. You don't. No. No kids asking for a hypodermic needle, and if they are, you go maybe look into their behavior a little bit. That's an odd thing to ask for. So they want you to carefully.
It's never happened to
inspect it.
I believe. Excuse me. I believe we Snopes this, or we looked it up, and I don't think there's been any evidence of a poisoning or razor blade or needle incident.
Yeah, I don't think so. It would be crazy.
This is just people thinking up something.
That's it, because number 7's kidnapping.
Sure.
Which maybe it happens.
I doubt
to kids on Halloween, but I sort of feel like everybody's together. Number 1. I feel like once your kid gets to be about 10, they go out with their friends. So there's a bunch of them. And also it's like, I don't know, man. It seems like a night where there's like a lot of heat out on there's just too, if you were a kidnapper, which I believe happens, obviously, but if you were if you were a kidnapper, if you're a guy that's like, I need to fucking kidnap somebody, you know? If you're one of those guys, you're fucking probably not going out on trick or treat night. That's amateur night. That's like when real drunks don't go out on St. Patrick's Day. It's just too dangerous. It's too many people around. You know?
Yeah, that's true. It's true. And also, this also plays into that Save Our Children QAnon stuff. I've been listening to a lot of people that argue against it. And like, you know, the people who's going to kidnap your kid is like your spouse that you have a custody battle.
Oh yeah,
that's what most of the kidnappings are. Just a parent taking their kid when they're not supposed to.
Yeah, and I think kids are so smart to stranger danger now, because they even like are better at the internet than like their parents. You know what I mean? Like, it's just there's a lot of kids who like have already been dodging weirdos.
Sure.
Earlier than we ever did. We didn't, I mean, I personally didn't dodge a weirdo until I was way old, you know? Pet fright. Your dog isn't so happy to be wearing those rabbit ears. She's also feeling nervous with all the strangers coming to the door on Halloween. This isn't the night to let visitors approach your pooch to see if her bark is worse than her bite. I mean, come on. You know, don't put that out there so the dogs are all hearing like, hey, this is a good night to bite kids, you know? Like that was like when 9/11 happened. People would get real mad if the news was like, what if they did this? What if they did that? And then people would get super mad about it and say, you're giving them ideas. You know,
right.
We're giving dogs ideas here. Why want your dog biting somebody?
I say
you don't even do trick or treat if you have a dog.
Smart.
Because you know,
it is funny when it is, now that I think about it, when you knock on that door and it's just like, rah, 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 rah. It's just a dog going crazy for 90 seconds. And then someone slowly shuffles to the door, and they've been doing that all fucking night long.
I know.
But yeah, I say keep the dog in the bedroom.
I mean, you really don't have to hand out candy.
Strangers
if it
and
scares
dogs
your dog
should never be mixed.
I know. Or put it in the backyard. You put the dog out in the yard.
backyards.
I know, but you know, for people that do, put them in the backyard.
Right.
9, choking on a costume, which is
okay. Wow,
that is a crazy one.
Which one?
Your daughter puts on a witch costume with a long black cape, but when she goes out trick or treating, her friend steps on the cape and chokes your daughter momentarily. Doesn't kill her, so don't worry about that.
They're saying the Velcro pulled tight across her neck before it broke.
Yeah.
What
I guess they're saying they're not. This is Reader's Digest, so they're like Velcro's not really invented for them yet.
Okay.
Oh, I guess the older people wear the shoes. They love them.
So there's like when parents used to put a cape on you, they would tie a string into a knot around your neck.
Yeah, mine did. When I was Dracula one year,
just tied.
Which, by the way, just the cape. That's all I had was just the cape, and I was wearing my regular ass clothes under it. And then they painted my face white and gave me those plastic teeth.
Yeah.
And also they did my hair. Back when I had hair.
All right, that's the costume. That's the costume.
Slick back hair.
That's a cheap way to do it.
Yeah, I didn't want to be Dracula that year. Here's the truth. I didn't even know who Dracula was. I didn't even know what a vampire was when I did it. They were like, you're going to be a vampire this year. And I'm like, what? I mean, what's a vampire?
Right.
You know, I'm 6. I haven't seen The Lost Boys yet. I plan to watch it in the future, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. You got to show me that. You got to show me this stuff.
Yeah. Come on. We got to watch this movie. I wanted to be the Terminator one year, but my dad wouldn't even let me watch the Terminator movie, which infuriates me to this day because it's like, come on, dude. You watched Revenge of the Nerds with me when I was a kid. You got a problem with Terminator? You know? Right. You can't. Aerosol sprays. If you want to create an authentic looking tombstone to decorate your lawn, so you grab a can of insulating foam and spray.
That classic.
Then you decide to add some blood to your costume to make your horror movie character look authentic. Again, you reach for a can of spray paint. This is for the craziest people in the world. You know?
Well, this is quite the... you have a lot of extra time on your hands, like, to imagine all the ways you could go.
Really borrowing problems from that don't even exist, you know? Like, these are not real problems.
So watch out for spray paint, folks.
Yeah, that's the last one. Spray paint, number 10.
Don't smell that. Don't spray all that into a paper bag and smell it real hard.
All right, here's what we're going to do now. I'm going to test something, and if it works, let's put our headphones in.
Okay.
Let's check and see if the chat can hear. And, actually, we don't have to do that. We're going to run for president now.
The chats?
Yeah, we're going to run for president now. We don't need the audio.
Okay.
We can not do audio this week. I was going to play Hail to the Chief real quick.
Okay.
Just a little bit of production because I've been listening to all these podcasts, but that's not our show. We're not doing it. So me and Brett get a lot of votes for some. People vote for me in Ohio all the time. I think I got like 40 votes in the last local maybe Senate election. I think I got like 40 votes.
Okay.
So I really want to lay out a platform, you know?
Okay.
And I don't think we need to compete. I think me and you need to put together the Street Fight presidential platform to see if we can take some votes from Joe Biden, you know? Not that we want Joe Biden to lose. We just know that That's what we'll be accused of if people vote for us. That's the wildest complaint to me, because it assumes that everybody that didn't vote were definitely going to vote for Joe Biden.
Right.
Which,
right.
no. There's a significant amount of people that don't like the man, but they don't like Trump, or they just don't feel like voting. That's my favorite excuse. Oh, yeah, I don't want to do it.
Well, also, I mean, the voter suppression is crazy right now.
It really is.
I mean, it's on another level. Somebody showed me in the city of Detroit, you can drop off ballots in like a couple dozen places. In the city of Columbus, there's only one. You have to make your way all the way to Morse Road to the one drop off point. And the lines are fucking long as hell. Jake went and voted, and there was a tag while he was in line. There was a tag for Rolling 20s Crips on the wall. Yeah. And
Okay.
Jake was like, I'd rather vote for these guys. They're in the neighborhood, at least. They know what's going on here.
Yeah. I'll probably make my way in to do it this year. I think I'm probably going to vote.
In person, or?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it that much. I figure I got time. And
Yeah.
if I don't vote, I don't vote. That's the lazy thing. Where it's like, yes, I know it's only once a year. Yes, I know it takes 2 minutes.
Right.
In my neighborhood. They make sure we can vote. Because if people in my neighborhood were like waiting in long lines, they'd be like, what in tarnation? What's happening around here?
Yeah.
You know? This is a fucking real injustice. You know?
They do a spaghetti fundraiser for 10 new voting machines.
Yeah. Did you see the thing in California, though, with the voting? The people putting fake drop boxes out?
No.
The Republicans got in trouble there for putting fake drop boxes out. So people would just drop their ballot in there and then, and
Gonzo?
it's either gone or fucking, maybe they go
know?
through them and then leave the Trump ones in. But I don't know why you do that in California, because it's not like Trump's going to win California. That's not going to happen. But I mean, it was just, I saw the story. I just saw a little piece of it.
There's other things on the ballot, yeah.
Yeah, I just saw a little, there's the rideshare thing and a few other things there. I wouldn't mind getting some calls on some of these things. Like, if you're out there and you work on any of these campaigns that you think are important, then give us a call before the election so people can, maybe in your area, can hear about it and we can talk about stuff. I always find that's a good way to talk about issues anyway,
Yeah.
When a ballot initiative comes up, now we're really just talking about ideas.
Right.
Which, by the way, first plank in my presidential platform, ballot initiatives for everything. It's just, I think we need to make a barrier to adding them, but the smallest barrier, Maybe you have to have less than $800 in your bank account, and then you can make ballot initiatives. Because it's like those people, they never get to steer.
And they know what needs to be fixed.
Yes. Yeah, they never get to steer. Joe Biden out earlier this week. Here's another comparison between me and Joe Biden. Joe Biden said Americans don't want handouts earlier this week.
Yeah.
I do. And like most of the people I know would love a handout. I
think we all enjoy handouts.
Have you ever met anybody that didn't want a handout? I think that's a big lie it's a disgusting kind of trick that these politicians pull so they don't have to give out anything.
Right.
They say, y'all hate that. You guys hate getting money. You're just like, if I didn't work for it, I don't want it. When for me, if I'm president next month, the day after Thanksgiving, you get a $5,000 check.
Wow.
And that is forever from now on.
You
just get $5,000 on Black Friday every year
to cover Christmas.
Yes, and it hits your account. Boom. You pay your rent. You get all the Christmas presents. It's like the $5,000, right? So you're probably going to spend $1,000, $2,000 on your rent, and then you have $3,000 left to buy Christmas presents. Maybe pay up your bills, buy Christmas presents, right? And you know what I say? That's a little Christmas present for me. President of the United States of America.
What, paying your bills?
Yeah, I'll pay your fucking bills,
Yeah.
I don't know why these guys don't say that stuff. I do not. I cannot figure out why somebody doesn't come out and be like, I'll get rid of your electric bill.
Yeah.
There's an organization I work with that hands out food assistance, and this is a government sponsored thing. And Trump insisted a letter from him going to every single box.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
he did, yeah. He wrote a letter to every single person that was getting like food assistance during the pandemic.
Oh, that's great of him. What a weirdo. But for me, it's like, if you're getting fucking money for like, if you're getting money every once in a while, just some money, I think people would really like that. I think that is the kind of thing that people want. People want handouts. So for me, that's one of the handouts I'm going to do. There's also this idea I've come up with. We talked about this recently. 5 times a year, you can go to the post office and you can say, I need $500, and they'll just give it to you. And I can't even tell you how many times in my life I would have been saved by just being able to give $5,000. You know?
500?
Or 500 bucks. It's just like, I'm not trying to ask for the world or anything. I'm saying I need $500. It'll help me out a lot. I maybe don't have to buy the crappy food, you know?
Right.
That's 5 times a year. You just go in and get it. You don't have to pay it back.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that
We can outlaw payday advances then.
yeah, more than anything, it takes a very little amount of money. Like if you add up all of this to do for everybody, all we have to do is not let people have more than one house, right?
Yep.
Get rid of the super yachts, all of those.
Keep them and let other people use them. We'll share those motherfuckers.
Library
you know?
system.
The only thing that makes me nervous about that is like by the time I got the yacht, it would probably be a fucking mess.
Stop.
You know?
No, we're gonna keep them up.
Okay. Hey, then
That's
fine
what I
with
want to
me.
say. So yeah, that's where I want to do. I want to drive a Formula One car. It's not fair that just rich kids get to do that. So yeah, I think that for me, what I would want to add is no new consumer goods.
Oh.
Until for a while. We're just gonna put the brakes on everything, and we're going to a sharing economy.
Oh.
And I think that we got to drag all of the tools out of our garage and throw them in a big pile together, and then you can just borrow them from the library whenever you need them.
Okay.
That means that's the edgers, socket wrenches, all of that stuff. Lamborghinis. Also, you know, I think that we should all get a shot to drive a Lambo.
I think we need to get you some cash, Brett. There is a Formula One experience where you can drive a car.
Wow.
And 5 laps.
Cool.
Taste of racing. $399. Deal price $159.
Oh my God, that's birthday month. That's a birthday present.
20 laps.
Where do I gotta go?
You can do 20 laps for $519 right now. I'm looking at where it's at. I gotta find that. I think it might be at Atlanta. Yeah. The racetracks that are available this year are the Atlanta Motor Speedway, Black Hawk Farms Raceway, some
Illinois,
Brainerd. Yeah, there's a bunch of them, dude. We get you over to Illinois, and you can, Madison, Illinois, right there, Worldwide Technology Raceway. I'll tell you the truth, dude. I will pay at least half for you to do this because I think you should drive a Formula One car. I think that's important,
Yeah, I got to know what it's like.
I hate 5 laps, though. I don't like 5 laps.
I watched some...
I like 20.
I don't know who it was. I watched some basketball player drive with Lando Norris, a F1 driver, in a car, and he almost got sick. It looks wild.
Yeah. I mean, I think you got to do the $500 experience. The thing about that. Yeah, and I think you got to do because you got to do 20 laps. You're not going to be good at it right away. Yeah. You got to get 18 in there before you're like, damn, I was getting real fucking good at that.
You go to the hot lap on the last one. That's where you get your point.
It's 2 hours. And we're going to make this happen, Brett. We're going to make this happen.
Well, thank you. But I'd rather just go to my Columbus Metropolitan Library app and just book this experience.
I agree. I think you should be able to do this. I do think so.
They're already there. There's downtimes. And if these people had $5,000 at Christmas, they wouldn't worry about running this. They wouldn't have to worry so much.
I think so too. Rent them out. I think you could do it if you have $5,000 this Christmas. Yeah. Like I think the $500 for Christmas. I've been saying this or $5,000 for Christmas. I just think that like there's this holiday that look. I don't give up. I'm not Christian. You know what I mean? I'm not like a big Christian guy or anything, but like this is the important one to people. Yeah. They find it to be so important, but like everybody's miserable that time. Yeah,
there's nothing. There's no way to go in. Nobody's prepared to do it. You're like, I've been spending 90% of my money as it comes in every single month. Where am I supposed to find another like half my money to pay for shit?
Yeah. So we can go to Pocono, Indiana, and you can do the F1 experience.
Let's do it.
And there's all kinds of things set up for it. All right.
But yeah, I really do like. I hate that there's like a Lowe's and Home Depot should just be libraries.
You think so?
Yeah, I just think you should go there and you can grab the tools off the rack and bring them back because there's no reason to have a circular saw. If you
That's what they think we're going to do though. We've talked about this a million times. These conservatives that are freaked out about communists and socialists and anarchists and stuff, that's their big fear is that you're going to come and take their air compressor tool away.
What if you tell them they can get a Bobcat on the weekend for no cost?
I think that could work, I think that they would even because like a lot of these guys have air compressors in their garage and air tools and they never use them. I knew a guy that had it. The motherfucker used to beg me to bring my car over to get my tires changed.
Here's the thing. You're not going to be working 40 hours a week at all. So when Sunday rolls around, you're going to be sleeping in. And instead of going to your garage and dusting off your tools, you're going to go to a Home Depot or a Lowe's or a giant warehouse, and you're just going to pick all the tools you need for your project. Right there. They're going to have them for you.
Yeah.
Right? And then you borrow them, whether it's gardening shit, you need a rototiller, you need whatever it is, like you just borrow it and then bring it back.
Yeah. You're right. I'm with you. I like that idea.
Too many. There's so many rotting away in people's garages.
Yeah, I think the problem with that is that like people, even though they don't use them, they like to tell people that's theirs.
Yeah, fuck their feelings.
And we have to change. Yeah, I agree.
Sharers don't give a fuck about your feelings.
Yeah, we're sharing, okay? I don't care about your fucking feelings. You're right. Now we're back. We're back, baby. What about education? How are we going to handle education? Because we don't know how to do that.
I like having a place to send my kid where she's away from me.
I do too. I think you should. I think we still need public school.
I can't teach the alphabet. I can't teach math. I'm not built for any of that. Plus, I'm doing other things.
You can't teach the alphabet?
No.
Are you trying right now? Is that why you're saying that?
No, she's just doing writing right now.
And are you having trouble doing that? I feel like I could teach a kid that age, just sit down and teach them.
How about don't want to?
Agree. I don't want to either. That's why we need to make school 8 hours.
Watching a child write on the computer I'm just digging my nails into my thighs, drawing blood.
We need an 8-hour school day, right?
Okay.
It can still, I think one of the things I want to do in my presidential platform is make school start at noon. But it's 8 hours and you can go to work at noon too, noon. Because teenagers are not supposed to get up early. Sure. Maybe just for teens, school starts at noon. Once they get up to that age where they don't want to get up early, boom, it's at noon. And then we figure it all out later.
Yeah, I would say we just have a big open field or open learning center where kids go and hang out when their parents don't want them around, and then they can be brought back.
I like that. And then also that's where we keep a lot of those tools and stuff, right? Like a lot of the tools me and you were talking about.
So you can pick your kid up from school and get an angle grinder?
Yeah, and the angle grinder's there, so if they want to learn how to angle grind shit, right?
You just make them angle grind instead. You send them to school
I'm
to learn how to do your projects and then make them do your deck.
I mean, I think kids should learn to build a deck.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
I want a deck.
Everybody,
you know,
know how to build their own deck.
Like Brett wants a deck really bad.
I got a patio, my man.
But
I need a concrete pourer. Is what I need.
We do.
Teach them how to do concrete. Teach my daughter how to do goddamn concrete. She'll need algebra.
I like that. She needs algebra though, I think, or concrete. You know, I think you need algebra to do the concrete.
Teach it through concrete. Yeah.
Yeah.
Show her the angle. Show her the radius. Let her know about all the formulas, the quadratic equation in concrete.
I think there is something to like real dumb guy school opinions, and that like I do think there's something to teaching them about maintaining a bank account or like looking for work or like those things. Like we had a resume unit in English in 10th grade, and we learned, and then we had a unit in a class on checkbooks. Yeah. And that's what I learned, and that's it. And there was no practicality to it. There was no like seriously, these are the bills you're going to have to pay, because at that age you can't figure bills out.
Right.
Like I didn't understand bills till I was like in my 20s. Because it was like those first few years were really hairy. Yeah. You know, it's like you get this thing, you look at it, you're like, I don't know, I guess that's right.
It's a piece
and then you
of
send them the money. Yeah. 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 I hate getting bills now. I mean, I always hated it. But now it's like, don't send me anything.
Well, once you can pay them, it doesn't feel bad anymore.
No, it still feels bad even when you can pay them.
No, I like
Mine are all paid right now.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to outlaw bills.
Okay.
Like, no bills. It's the Post No Bills Act.
Okay.
And you do not post bills.
No bills.
But those bills are concert bills, but I'm saying bills like electric. I do think that, I don't know why we're paying for electricity or natural gas or even internet at this point. Like, I don't get why we're paying for that stuff. Like, I would love somebody to sit down and explain to me why it's better that we pay for this stuff.
Sure.
Because I think that the shit is on public land, that it's infrastructure. It's like critical infrastructure, right? And like, why should we just let some people make a whole bunch of money off of it? Yeah. Why shouldn't we just, again, you co-op that thing? You know, and then I don't care about paying the bills.
Yeah, I mean, I still think that, like, when you use energy, you should suffer in some way, though. Like, I think there should be a suffering for burning coal or burning gas. I think that you should get some sort of punishment. Money is the way that they punish people for using too much. Obviously, corporations get around it and everything, but on a personal level, I don't know. Like, we're going to beat you with rulers or something if you use too much electricity. If you keep your air conditioning on with the windows open, can we beat you with rulers?
Nobody do that. And people come by. Here's my plan as president of the United States. If somebody's using their air conditioner with the windows open or using a lot of energy, we will know, because they count all that shit, right? And once we find out somebody's using a lot of energy, personally, as the president, I would go to their house and say, cut it out. And then head down the road. People don't like being told to cut it out. That they immediately will cut it out.
Yeah.
Hey, you cut that out. You know?
Yeah.
It's the Cut It Out Act, where I just go and tell. That's how I'm going to solve crime too.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
I mean, most of this is really like, it's just what we're asking for. If we scraped all the leeches at the top, like the people at the top are they're using all of the resources. They have all of the money. They have all of the buildings, all of the commerce and all of that. Like, they are the problem.
I know.
Because all we want is a very pathetic life.
The amount
like Tom Leykis said, we just want like fast food.
We just want fiddle faddle.
That's
all we want. We just want a fucking Screaming Yellow Zonker, a Fiddle Faddle, a fucking Ovaltine.
Yep.
Any of that stuff. Really. That's what we want. Andy Capp's hot fries.
Yes.
Universal Andy Capp's hot fries.
That's a good idea.
Did you hear about Andy Capp?
No. Is he canceled?
He's not canceled, no.
Okay. Woo.
But he makes ranch fries now.
Wow. Oh, wow. Hot or just regular? Just
ranch.
Okay.
So now we got cheese fries, we got hot fries, and we got ranch fries.
Sounds like a party if you mix them all together.
The B-Man's got to get some ranch fries.
Let's call it the Ohio mix and put them all together.
That is though. I'll bet you everybody that like 80% of the people listening are like, I don't know what Andy Capp's hot fries are. I'll tell you what they are. They were a whole bag of chips basically for $1. And I ate a lot of Andy Capp's hot fries growing up.
It's some sort of corn paste that they like air pop into a fry shape. That is so delicious. And it had this really cool... What was that guy doing? What was Andy Capp up to?
He sleeps.
Is he a beatnik?
He
like
sleeps.
Yeah.
He just is like, I am not going to work.
The only thing that wakes him up is a hot fry.
Yeah, he eats a hot fry. And then he goes to sleep and shirks his duties at work.
Yeah, he was great.
Oh,
yeah,
God. He's bad to the bone.
Who else? What's the name of that goddamn cat? Felix the cat, too.
Yeah.
That'll be our new Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
Felix was an anarchist and also didn't like to work.
Okay, he's Mickey Mouse now.
Felix the cat is the new Mickey Mouse.
He's an English comic strip. No, I see him as just a guy that sleeps a lot and is lazy and is always and he's always messing up with his wife too.
Oh yeah.
You know?
He's one of us.
I've heard of eating between meals, but drinking between drinks. That's an Andy Capp joke.
Yeah, I do that too, my man. Happens to all of us. You go to reach for a hot fry and you're like, I'm going to have a beer instead.
Yeah. So he's just a guy that likes to get fucking drunk.
Yep.
He likes to sleep. He likes to get in trouble with his wife.
Andy, what's going on? Cap's down, my man.
Yeah.
I can't see shit under this thing. Get out of here. I'm drinking alone tonight.
I'm Andy Capp now. What if somebody comments on this and says, actually, Andy Capp's a fascist?
Somebody will. Somebody will explain how he's a fascist.
Actually, Andy Capp is a fascist character.
Yep.
He's napping on all of the injustices in the world.
He appealed to the British people's fear of minorities.
Yeah. Andy fucking Capp, dude.
Andy Capp.
Taking a nap. Andy Capp taking a nap. That's what I say. Ranch fries, though, dude.
Good move.
We got to get some ranch fries, too. I think I'm just hungry, really.
Did you see him in person, or you get...
I saw ranch fries. I was out.
Scoop them.
I should have, and I don't know why I didn't. I just saw ranch fries, and I was like, what, they making ranch fries now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what?
Yeah.
I haven't had
not what enough to get them.
I haven't had hot fries in a number of years. It just isn't like a thing I go by.
Yeah,
you know?
It's been a while for me, but I'll get back into the habit for sure.
Yeah, let's get some Andy Capp's hot fries. So I had one more thing I wanted to cover. So education is basically we send kids to school and they learn how to build decks.
Yep.
Well,
they just learn how to do shit.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it would. I do think
also,
that like
whenever let them pick what they're interested in.
And
they're never going to need the other stuff. Like every adult finds one thing they're good at and tries to just prioritize that. And that's what they are doing.
They only want to get in conversations about music trivia.
Right. Exactly.
For me, it's like, I just want to, if we get in a conversation about pop culture, I'm great at that.
I saw somebody post a picture of their like 14-year-old younger brother that made a huge like spread of food for everybody, and it looked amazing. It was he created this whole fucking table full of food, and it's like, just let him do food then, because I think everything else I don't know. He has to know the math of how to make food, but
if he's a troublemaker and he's just really good at making food. I was talking to Gwen yesterday. There's a kid at her school that hasn't gone to school yet this year. He skips every day.
He didn't get the note.
Yeah, and then every once in a while, people are like, "Hey, where's this kid?" And they're like, "I don't know. I just guess I was texting with him earlier. He said he wasn't going to come." Right. You know.
Yeah.
So, but he plays guitar. He's really good at guitar, and he's really good at singing. And it's like, maybe just let him do that.
Yeah.
You know, put all his eggs in that basket, see what happens.
You're right. I mean, that is an opportunity where someone should talk to him about like managing money as an artist. Like that is important, is like, how do you make money? How do you make connections? How do you use your talent or what you do for, in the most effective way?
Yeah. So now I'm going to move on to drug policy.
Oof.
Obviously all legal.
Tough.
All of it.
Yeah.
Every single thing is
All
legal. And also the government will issue a press release every time something new is invented. And they'll let you know, like an Arrowhead. We'll just hire the people from Arrowhead to issue press releases of trip reports of like, oh yeah, no, you know.
CBG is out now.
I saw that.
CBG, and then they can do a trip report on CBG.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, you know, you might like CBG if you like this. So you got to get one of those. If you like this, you'll like this. That helps me a lot of times, especially with movies.
Right.
It's like I'm trying to figure out a movie to watch. If you like these 8 things, and it's like, oh, I do like all those 8 things, and then I will watch that. And also, you know, obviously, I can't think of anything that should be illegal. In my mind, it's kind of like we gotta be careful with people, you know? Like, I do think that there is a certain amount of like regulation that would actually help.
Yeah.
With drugs, you know?
But there, at the same time, when I listen to like Garth from the Crackdown podcast, when I listen to like the people that he organizes with and talks to, it seems like they do have a good handle on what they want to use and how, and like what the cleanest, best option is. But I would also love to hire more drug experts to help people get fucked up in a more safe way.
Well, yeah, that's one of the laws I've been really considering lately is all lawyers and all doctors have to do all the drugs when they're in school.
Wow.
I just think there's too many of these doctors out there that have never done a fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then they're fucking lecturing me on it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. They build up in their mind that these things like take you to a very different place. And a lot of drugs are boring, man. A lot of them really can't. A lot of them like aren't that wild as you would expect, or what like the scare tactics say. Like if you just did them, you'd be like, oh, okay, I know what's going on here.
It does feel like you'll hear like a doctor say MDMA. Dr. Drew always says MDMA is the worst thing you can do in the whole world. It fucks your brain up. Right. It never works right again after you do it just one time. And it's like, maybe Dr. Drew just needs to do some MDMA. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Maybe he just needs to try it once and see what it is. And I just think
listening to him, he does nothing. I mean,
I know. That's what gave me the idea, though.
Is that he had no idea what he was talking about during a lot of that Loveline stuff I was listening to behind the scenes. Is just no practical understanding of it. But you also can't just publicly say like, I have a happy life and I've done MDMA, you know, 100 times. You know.
Yeah, prosecutors also. I think like guys that are going in to be prosecutors and shit. I just feel like if you're going to be a prosecutor or a lawyer and you definitely on the prosecution side, which will also be outlawing anyway, but just saying in practical in the world, like prosecutors think they're saving lives when they throw people in prison.
Yeah, there's a judge and jury that are like, you laughed really loud at this movie because you were high on shrooms, and then the police got involved and found out you were on drugs, and now you're in trouble. But in actuality, you ruined a movie. You know, you didn't like nothing. You weren't out of your mind, killer, fucking psychopath.
Yeah, I'm taking a heavy hand with Hollywood though, and not in a censorship sort of way.
What's that?
I'm taking a heavy hand with Hollywood.
Wow.
And like I said, I'm not censoring nothing. You still make any movie you want.
Okay, what does that mean?
Whatever they make, whatever they want to make, they can still make it. What I'm saying is...
No more sequels? I have to rely on sequels and remakes of every
fucking
movie?
I think that's fine. You can keep doing that.
I want to get rid of that.
Well, so you're going to outlaw that.
I want to
say... That's your plan. Vice presidential duty.
No new movies unless it's a completely original script.
Oof.
Yeah.
I don't know, though,
you have to write a new one.
Because I want to see John Wick 4. You know? Well, you know I want to see Fast 9.
Yeah.
I think the worst thing is that like they didn't release any movies this year. I think that is
I caught up on some amazing ones I hadn't seen before, and there's 100 of them on the list behind it.
That's what everybody always says.
There's already enough movies that have been made. You haven't seen enough good ones.
I don't know. My wife wants to watch the Mafia movies, which is like dudes like I don't know.
Yeah, you're going to have to...
But I've seen them all.
Are you going to put a neon beer sign in the
I know.
living room while you watch it?
And now, Smokey and the Bandit. So I'm a lucky guy.
Yeah.
Smokey and the Bandit's like, that's the movie for me.
Yeah.
That movie and Cannonball Run made my life like, when I was a kid, it was just like, when I get old, I'm going to fucking do a Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
Or at least a Smokey and the Bandit.
Okay.
You know? And I think, like, I still have an adventurous spirit, you know? I don't seem like I do. I seem like a super anxious guy that's not super adventurous, doesn't want to get out of his comfort zone and stuff. But, like, when I was a kid, when I saw Indiana Jones and then Cannonball Run, I was like, these motherfuckers are on an adventure.
Yeah.
This is great. I want to go on an adventure like that. And some people might say touring's an adventure. It kind of is, but it feels like work. I'm talking about if I did a Cannonball, it would just be like just good times
Flat
with
out,
your buddies.
Head out the window, screaming and yelling.
Yeah. We got to do the Grand Dam Gumball someday.
Yeah.
We want to do a Grand Dam Gumball race from fucking the East Coast to the West Coast in fucking Grand Dams.
A teal Grand Dam.
Any Grand Dam.
Burgundy.
Yeah,
and teal.
Burgundy. Oh, God, I got a story today. We'll get out of here in a second. I got a story today. I drove my car to Dayton, which is an hour away, for my brother to do him a favor. And I was waiting in traffic behind a Grand Prix that was just blowing smoke out like crazy.
Tight.
But it was like sort of...
Rolled coal on your ass.
It was, well, it's a Grand Prix. Like when I looked over and saw a Pontiac Grand Prix, I was like, well, but I thought my car was smoking.
Oh, okay.
And I'm so fucked up from that trip to Tennessee that now I think if I drive at all, there's going to be problems.
Yeah.
And then I see smoke. And then I'm like, oh my God, I think my car's smoking. I'm a little freaked out. And my brother goes like this. That car over there is what's smoking. And it smells like gas. Smells bad. I look over and I was like, oh yeah, it's a Grand Prix. That they like just do that. That's one of the features with those cars. They break down all the time.
They fire a couple drops of oil into the exhaust system to get a rich black smoke that comes out the back.
Just the worst cars on the planet.
Yep. Pontiac, those
kill
people
you.
should pay. If anybody is alive that had anything to do with Pontiac, they should be put to rest.
The Grand Dam especially.
Yeah,
because the Grand Dam is the trickiest car of all the cars because it looks like this is a nice little sleek little thing here.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, this
To
is
me,
a
it looked-
Taurus.
Yeah, I thought it looked like a sports car when I was a kid.
It is. It's got the fish gills on the side.
Yeah, my buddy drove a Beretta, a Chevy Beretta.
Yeah.
Or maybe Ford, I don't remember. But he drove a Beretta, and that car, it might as well have been a fucking Porsche, dude. It was red. It had like a racing stripe on the side, and we were just like, this is a Porsche.
Straight up fugly.
Yeah.
Like just the worst looking car.
The Beretta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bad car.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Smash them all up and start again on that one.
Well, we're not making any more cars.
I want the Buick Grand National, the turbo one, because then you can beat BMWs at the light and make them look bad in your ugly car.
Okay. I want a kit car now. Can somebody tell me about kit cars?
Grand National was in that's in Fast and Furious too. That's what Dom drove to rob one of the cars.
Yeah.
One of the tractor trailers. Kit car?
Yeah, I want to do a kit car now, but they're $10,000. I thought they were cheaper.
It's like a big model.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
what are you going to build? A Ferrari?
No.
Shelby? Cobra?
Like that car James Hetfield drives in some kind of monster. It's like a dune buggy looking boy.
You want like a Willys?
Yeah, like a Rat Fink car.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a Willys, like a Willys Jeep. What are they called?
Rat Fink car.
Yeah, the Rat Fink car is a Willys, I think.
Yeah, I want to drive one of those fucking things, but they're $10,000. I didn't know they were $10,000.
I do think that now, like moving into the next phase of podcasting, into like the golden years of podcasting, I think weird vehicles is where it's at. I definitely want a Rat Fink car.
Yeah,
I'd love to have a gigantic shifter that went above the windshield in my convertible.
I mean, before we get out of here, I kind of want a street fight Chevy Beretta now. Like, what a ugly, shitty looking car that is.
Yeah, there's one that looks all right. You can get like a ground effects kit that maybe cleans it up a little bit, but this thing is not doing much.
I think it's this car. I'll show you. This is what he had, but it was red. Indy pace car.
Oh, this is the pace car at Indy?
Yeah, that's the ride. So
that's kind of sick. I do like that one. I like the rim setup. I like the paint scheme. Also, I mean, the thing about this is it's a straight sleeper. Like, if you really did it right, you could just embarrass somebody in like a much faster car.
I don't think I'd ever race, but I do think we need a street fight Grand Am.
Okay.
And I think I was telling my wife, I was like, man, if we do ever make money and I'm in the twilight of my life, I might just make a Grand Am hot rod. Like, I just want the fucking engine sticking out of the top thing on a Grand Am. And just fucking, just to be a goof, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. That's the show.
3.1 liter V6.
Okay. Grand Am.
All right. 4.5 liter in V6. That's such a huge fucking engine. Like, Honda could squeeze 1,000 fucking horsepower out of an engine that size.
Yeah. Yeah.
They won the Trans Am Series Championship in 1990. I don't know. They're rocking and rolling.
The Berettas,
man.
The Berettas,
120 to 160 horsepower is bad.
I don't even know how much horsepower is good. It would be 1 horsepower, and I'd be like, horses are pretty fucking powerful.
That's true. 1 horse scares me.
Yeah.
All right. Is that the show?
That's it. We're
Street
done.
Fight Radio. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you checking in on the show. Not checking in, listening every single week. We're doing
Check in on Foursquare.
Check in on Foursquare. We are trying to move things in a better direction. I know the world is a weird place right now, but I hope all y'all can find it in yourselves to do the right thing and help out and join up and organize with the communities in your area that need your assistance. And Brian and I really appreciate all the support and love we've got over the years, and that we've been able to make this our regular thing. And we can't wait to get on the road again, but we have a lot of great projects going on right now, and there's plenty of stuff to work on. And if you want more of us, Patreon is the place to do it. Even if you don't want more, but just want to support the show, sign up on Patreon, send some money our way. Brian and I, like, our income is locked in place right now. The money that I'm spending is going to hire other people to pay them to do my work when it comes to spreadsheets and money and accounting and stuff. I really want to get away from doing all the business shit, and I'd like to do more creative endeavors. So consider signing up on patreon.com, where you can get access to zines, videos, and premium audio. You can find us on all of your social media. On Twitter, Brian got a new Twitter. I guess a lot of people don't know, but Brian got a new Twitter. He's no longer at Murder Brian. He's at Murder X Brian. You can find me. I'm at Brett Payne, Pain. And we are at Street Fight WCRS on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. But on twitch.tv, we are Street Fight Radio. So consider subscribing on every single channel that you can. It helps us out. The more views, looks, all, likes, everything. It really does help us out. So if you don't have the money to sign up for the Patreon, please just throw us a review or an upvote or a like, or spread the word. Spread this mess across the U.S., as we say. And we will see you on Sunday for the call-in show, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.